Hello, good morning, good evening, or good night. Today I'm bringing you Purple Dofi from OP14. Um, yeah, I got first place at my locals with this. It was the first time I ever played this deck. It was a small turnout, but there's still like a Mihawk player. But I luckily did not play against him. So my rounds was the first round I got the bye, luckily. Round two I got paired against a red Luffy, cooked him. I lost the dice roll still, but still they made me go second. Then round three, I played against Purple Luffy. No, not Purple Luffy. Yellow Luffy. That was a really fun game. So yeah, let's get on to the deck list. So we'll start off with our leader. I don't know why I just got rid of both of them. So of course, as usual, I have the card on the side here so that you can read it better, and then you can just pause the video whenever you want to. So Purple Dofi, he comes out. He came out in OP14. He's a 5k leader, mono purple, so that means he has 5 life. On your opponent's attack, harder ones, return a Dawn to the Dawn deck. Select your leader or one of your Donquixote Pirates type characters. Change the attack card to the selected card. So pretty much it changes everything to a blocker, even itself. So it's like an homage to the is it green blue Rosinante? Yeah. So let's go into deck profile. We'll start off with our 1 costs. We are running 7. So we're running 3 sugar and 4 Dellinger. They both pretty much do the same thing, and they allow you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add a Don Quixote type Don Quixote Pirates type card add it to your hand, except for Sugar is like the starter deck to Jeweler Bonnie, where it rests itself as well as an additional Dawn to search, whilst Dellinger is requires him to die, and then he grabs a Dawn and rested. So yeah, pretty cool. This is an on KO. That's a activate main. Only reason this is probably like the better one, the Dellinger, because uh, I'll get into it later because I'll show you the Dawn curve for this deck. So yeah, so that's our 7 searchers. Next up is our 3 costs, because we don't have any 2 costs. We're only running 6, and that's 3 copies of Usohachi and 3 copies of Baby 5. These are pretty much here just as 2Ks. I did use Baby 5 once to ramp because I did not see my curve. And Usohachi, I actually did play down twice to remove trump blockers, which was really cool. So give these two a read. They both have the same stats, otherwise, except for this one has 1k power instead of 3k. I did swing with this before. This one's overall better. They both are 2Ks. 3 costs, and on play for Usohachi. If you have 8 or more Dawn cards on your field, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Pretty nice card. It used to be going for a few beans back when ST18 came out. So yeah, happy it went down because of PRBO2. And then Baby 5 from OP10. She is on play, trash a card from your hand, any card, and if your lead is a Don Quixote, add up to 1 Dawn and set as active. Pretty nice. It's very nice, especially on your odd Dawn curve, where you have go 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, yeah, etc. So yeah, that's the 3 costs. Next up is our 4 costs. We run 7 again. There's like an obsession in this deck with 7s. I don't know why. So we're running 3, another Baby 5, but this one's from OP14, and another OP14 card, Sugar. So we'll go over Sugar first. She's a 4 cost, 1k power, and 1k counter. On play, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set as active. And then on KO, if your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards, play up to 1 Don Quixote type character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. Pretty nice. It has come up a few times, except I wish it gave you Dawn back as well on KO. And then Baby 5, she does the same thing, gives you Dawn on play, and is 1k power, 1k counter, and on KO is life gain by minusing a Dawn. So yeah, pretty cool. These 2 cards are pretty fun. This card is only at 3 because we have other better targets to use for the leader's effect. So yeah, that's our 4 cost. Next up is our 5 cost. We are running a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 5 costs. So yeah, we're running 2 Donquixote Rosinante from OP10, 4 Treble from OP14, 4 Monet from OP14, and lastly 4 Virgo from OP14. So I'll go through these one by one. So let's start off with Virgo. He's a 5/7, a brick, and once per turn, he's a protection to all of your Donquixote pirate type characters by returning a Don. That's a once per turn though, so that sort of sucks, I guess. When attacking, Don -1, minus 2000 power on one of your opponent's characters. That's a when attacking effect. It's pretty cool. Comes up a lot. He is definitely your main attacker for this deck. So yeah. Next up is our Monet. So what she does is on play, add a Don. Yeah, we have like 3 cards in this deck that are on play. Grab a active Don, and on KO, draw 2 and trash 1, and then add up to 2 Don cards from your Don deck and set them rested. Pretty cool. 5, 6, and then plus 1k counter. Pretty fine. It's a good card overall. I like it. Next up we have Treble. He's literally just here as a 2k. For me anyways. I played him once and he died instantly. What he does is opponent's turn, once per turn, when a Don card on your field is returned to your Don deck. If your lead is the Donquixote type, add up to 1 Don card from your Don and rest it. So pretty much it's going positive on Don. So we have events in this deck that minus a Don for its effect. So we just get that Don back. So yeah, that's Treble. Lastly is 2 copies of Donquixote Rosinante. I wish I had a 3rd one. It's just an amazing card. So what it does is it's 5/6, 1k counter. On play, you may trash your event card from your hand, draw 2 cards. Then end of your turn, if you have 7 or more Don cards on your field, set up to 2 Don as active. So I did have at once in one of my games 2 of these set up, so I just restood 4. That was pretty fun. So yeah, that's our 5 costs. Next up is our only 8. Well, I'll just skip to all the big bodies and our last characters in this deck. So we're running 4 Dofi 8 cost and 2 Dofi 10 cost. I wish I had a 3rd copy of the Dofi 10 cost, but hey. So what Dofi 10 cost does is he's 10, 10, brick, on play, Don -3. You can choose either or, and if your lead, the first effect is if your lead is a Donquixote type, kill a opponent character with a cost of 8 or less. Sadly not base, and the other effect is the one that you usually use is freeze, or like 3 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that's pretty cool. It's really good. I think this is like a homage to the 10 cost Dofi for the green 10 cost Dofi, allowing you to freeze your opponent's characters. Then we have our 4 copies of 8 cost Dofi. It's 8/9 brick, on play Don -1, play up to 1 Donquixote type character card with cost of 5 or less from your hand. Pretty nice. This is your main, I feel like he's your main boss. On your opponent's attack, you can rest a Don, and then add up to 1 Don from your Don deck and set it as active. So yeah, it's a pretty good card overall. The reason why we use it on opponent's attack is because we do minus a lot of Don during the opponent's turn, so you can just get that Don back. So yeah, so that's all of our character cards. So that's like majority of the deck. Unlike UP Sanji, which I do have a deck list on the way. Next up is our events. I do have an event here that's a bit odd, mainly because I want to test it some more, and I wasn't able to the other day because I'm only running 1 copy of, but yeah, you'll see in a second. So we are running 3 0 cost events, and that's 3 Divine Departure. So like every other 0 cost event, you may trash an additional card and plus 3k power to lead your character. That's the counter effect, and its main effect is rest an additional 5 Dawn. If you have any Dawn given, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 8k power during this turn, which is also pretty cool. So that's a 0 cost event. Next up is our 1 cost event. This is the card that I was testing, and that's Blast Breath. So what Blast Breath does is Dawn -1. It's a 1 cost event, Dawn -1. Give lead or character plus 4k power. It's pretty cool. It's like a never existed in the first place, but for purple. Well, like OG card from Starter Deck 4. So yeah, it's a pretty cool card. I like it. Especially back in the day when Starter Deck 4 came out. But yeah, next up is our 2 costs. We're running 6 in total, and to finish off the deck, we have 2 Bullet String and 4 Noro Beam Sword. So we'll go over the Noro Beam Sword. So what it does is it's a 2 cost, Dawn -1. Up to one of your lead or characters gains plus 2k, and now its other effect, that additional effect, is what makes this card absolutely cracked. So then rest up to one of your opponent's characters. Yeah, any character. No matter what cost, no matter, yeah. It's insane. I love it. I wish it said leader as well, but hey, you can't have everything. And then its trigger is also pretty nice, adding up to 1 Dawn and setting as active. Pretty cool. Whoops. So yeah, that's our Noro Beam Sword. This is our main event. I wish I did have a copy of this. I'll go over the card in a second because I'm almost done. This is the last card that I'm covering, and it's Bullet String. 2 cost, -1 Dawn as well. Up to one of your leader or characters gains plus 2k, and then that card gains an additional plus 2k power during this turn. So the way how it works is, let's say they attack my leader. Get Dawn up. Quick little scenario, you know. So we have 2 Dawn, probably have more. Then we have Bullet String in hand. They swing a 6 in, they swing an 8 into life. I can then go Bullet String, resting 2 Dawn, minusing a Dawn, giving my leader plus 2k. I gotta get my counter, which then gives my leader plus 2k, and then an additional plus 2k. So making it 4,000 for that battle. Jesus. Yeah, whatever. Giving it plus 4k for the rest of this battle. That goes to the trash. And then once that battle is over, it goes down to 2. So for the rest of this turn, he's a 7k power leader. So yeah, it just gets really strong. It's really nice, especially for defensive stuff. Especially since with this deck, the aim of the deck is to control. So cards that I would love to have is the 3 cost Viola from OP10, I think. What it does, it's a blocker, and it allows you to recycle your event cards. Yeah, I think it's on KO, return a event from the trash to your hand. So yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole entire deck list. But yeah, I'll show you the sort of Dawn curve that you need to consider when playing this deck. So on your even Dawn curve, so we have 1 Dawn. We can either go for a Sugar or a Dellinger. So we'd either play a Sugar or a Dellinger, whatever one you have in hand. I prefer the Sugar. And then on your 3 Dawn turn, you can play out the Dellinger. And then use Sugar's effect to search. And then you have 1 Dawn open. You can attach it to lead and swing with it if you want to, but up to you. And then once it hits the opponent's turn, you can go Dofi's effect, killing this. You search and then grab that Dawn back. Then you're back to 5. Well, you're up to 5. Then this would either die or stay alive. I don't know, but hopefully it stays alive. And if it does, then you can pay 5, well, all of your Dawn to play out your copy of either Monet or Virgo. I prefer Monet in this situation. So you pay 5, play out Monet. On play, Monet's effect will trigger, grabbing you an active Dawn. Then you can use Sugar's effect to rest a Dawn to search. If it's still up, of course. If it isn't, then you just have an active Dawn. You can attach it to lead if you want it and swing, but up to you. Then once it hits to the opponent's turn and the attack effect, you can Dawn -1, switch it to this, let it die. You draw 2 cards and then trash 1. Then you grab 2 rested Dawn. So then it passes back over to you. You have 2 Dawn, so you're on your 9 Dawn turn now. What's really cool on this turn is now you can play out your 8 cost Dofi, and then you can go into a Virgo. That's what I do. Hopefully you have these. Pay 8 for your 8 cost Virgo, Dofi, effective Dofi, -1 to play with Virgo. Then, yeah, this is pretty much that turn. You have a lot of options to do. You can either play a Virgo, to be honest, anything in this deck. Sugars, Baby Fives, Monet, Treble if you wanted to, but I'd say the best options would probably be Rosinante and Virgo. I lean more towards Virgo because I'm used to aggression, but in a lot of cases, I feel like Rosinante would probably be the best bet because he gives you 2 active Dawn during the end of the turn. So yeah, that's pretty much our odd Dawn curve. That's how that would go, but once it hits even Dawn curve, then it's a bit more trickier, I think. Well, actually, no, a bit more easier. So, pass the turn, grab 2 Dawn. Hopefully, you'd have a Sugar and Dellinger in hand. Play out both, then pass the turn. Your next turn, during your opponent's turn, when they attack, effective Dofi, minus the Dawn, let it die, search, grab back the rest of Dawn. Grab 2 Dawn, draw for turn. Of course, and then hopefully we have either a Sugar or this in hand. I feel like it doesn't matter either of these, mainly because on play they grab a Dawn is active. So it doesn't matter, I'll go with Sugar in this case. And then you can use Sugar's effect to search if it's, it would most likely be alive. I'd be surprised if it was dead. If it is, then it's either they're crap at the game, or yeah, I don't know what else. And then back over to you. This would most likely die. That's fine. Actually, yeah, this isn't a good option. What am I on? You play out Baby 5. No questions. Then you go Dofi effect, letting this die. Or actually, no. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Either of these, mainly because they ramp. I'd say you'd probably take the hit here. If you have, like, so you're at 4, they're at 5. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, Baby 5 is probably the best option. If you hit, like, a Noro Beam Sword from life, and then that adds your Dawn, that's a pretty good trigger, because then you take the life effect, grab a Dawn, but then again, these are a load of ifs. This is just like a regular Dawn curve. And then it goes back over to you. You're at 7 now. There's a few things you can do. Play out 5 costs, 4 costs. Probably the best bet is to play out any of the 5 costs except for treble. Any 5 cost, so Rosies, Monets, Virgos, and probably even a Sugar, because hopefully you'd have a, if you have like a duplicate copy of one of these in hand, I'd say you go pay 5 for like 4 for like Sugar, then you grab an active Dawn, then you have 4 Dawn to play with, as well as during the opponent's turn you could go effect minus the Dawn, let this die. Because they're at 7 Dawn now, you can play out your Virgo, or one of these 3. I'd say Virgo is the best option because then you have the 7k swinger next turn. So yeah, I feel like it gets a bit repetitive. So yeah, I think you see where it's going, but like it's completely up and based on the situation that you're in. So yeah, that's pretty much Purple Dofi. Hopefully you had a good day, and goodbye.